Ray, thanks very much indeed, and welcome back to the live desk, where at least 4 fake websites have sprung up today to fleece those unaware drivers on the first day of London's ultra-low emission zone being expanded across the capital. Now, GB News has identified the scam sites trying to trick motorists into paying that new daily charge of £12.50.
The scheme itself has established the capital as the world's largest pollution charging area, with a row breaking out between London's Mayor Sadiq Khan and the Transport Secretary Mark Harper. Well, let's cross back over to Bromley in Kent, where GB News presenter Patrick Christie's is there for us. Patrick, I know you've been speaking to people all day, and it's in Bromley where there was a number of cameras damaged, wasn't there? Just right near where you are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fair to say that the majority of the ULEZ cameras that are in this area have at some point been damaged, but it paints a wider picture. We've had court cases, we've had vandalism, we've had protests, we've even had one rather fruity by-election result. But wallop, today is the day. ULEZ is in force here, 9.5 miles from London Bridge, so quite a way out of central London, really. Bromley, the largest London borough, is fronting up now to the fact that ULEZ has become a reality, and anybody here who does not have a ULEZ-compliant car will have to pay £12.50 just to take that car off the drive. Now, some people say this is vital in the wider fight against climate change. This is vital to clean up our air, and this will raise money for local transport. Other people say this is an absolute scam. It's ridiculous. I don't want it. It's going to put us out of business. I'm going to bring in James now, who runs this wonderful fruit and veg store here. Now, which side of the fence are you on when it comes to ULEZ, James?
Anti-ULEZ.
Right, why?
It's just going to cost people too much money, stop them coming out onto the street shopping, and it's just going to cost us too much money.
OK, all right, so what kind of costs are you going to see then, really?
Well, we run 2 vans every day, 6 days a week, so you're looking at £25 a day. Over the 6 days, £150 a week. So over the year, it soon adds up.
And you're presumably going to have to pass some of that cost on to your customers?
Obviously, if we don't want to take the hit in our profits, we've got to pass it on, which means they're not going to come here, because we try to be as competitive as we can be with supermarkets.
All right, now Sadiq Khan has been very vocal about the scrappage scheme. So if you've got a car, you could get around £2,000 scrappage. What was it in terms of your van? Has it worked for you?
It won't work. As you look into the price comparisons from kind of a year ago to today, the £2,000 wouldn't touch the sides of how much the increase has on prices.
OK. All right. What do you make of people who have been committing acts of vandalism? We were just hearing there in the studio that loads of the cameras around this particular part of the world have been damaged as well. They're trying to stop them working so that people don't have to pay the charges.
Fair play to them.
You think so?
I think so. It's, they're just looking out for everyone else. Sadiq Khan's not put it to a public vote of how everyone feels. It's what he wants to do for a money-making scheme.
What he will say as well is that the money that goes in from this will be invested in public transport, which means that fewer people will have to get and use cars here in places like Bromley, and therefore they'll still be able to come, they'll still be able to buy your wonderful fruit and veg, but they'll just take a bus here.
It's all well and good in practice, but in theory, it's kind of they come here and they want to drive so they can carry stuff, put it in the boot of their car, not carry it all on public transport.
OK. And I mean, look, we are here now. If the camera could just pan round a little bit, because it's actually quite an interesting juxtaposition, isn't it? Because we've got a load of fresh fruit and veg here, which is really good, nice environmental stuff, all good for the climate. Comes out of nature. And then we've got a whopping great big main road, which no doubt will be responsible for quite a lot of pollution in this area. So, James, if I just bring you back in here now then, where are you when it comes to the fact that clearly pollution is happening here? Do you not think that this is a major problem?
It is a problem, but if you look at the pollution levels on the underground compared to up here, the underground's going to be a lot worse, so they should be concentrating on the worst areas rather than somewhere like here.
OK, all right, OK, and this is something that we've been hearing rather a lot about. I'm going to be doing my show here from 3 until 6 p.m, speaking to a variety of different business owners like James. I've also gone a little bit further out as well, into an area that, frankly, many people would regard as being very close to the countryside, which just about does actually still match the ULEZ zone. So I'm pushing it right to the very brink, a complete and utter range of views from people here. Back to you in the studio.